this little guy is one of the most deadly species of jellyfish in the world, the Irukandji jellyfish. These guys live typically in the warmer, more coastal waters of, you guessed it, Australia, because of course they're in fucking Australia, but have been observed up to 5 kilometers off the edge of the continent in the deeper, more oceanic waters. Now, like all jellyfish, they have a special type of cell called nematocysts, which are stinging cells. They're used for both defense and hunting by paralyzing their prey or just stinging any predators to make them go away. However, unlike most jellyfish species, the Irukandji have them all over their body, including the bell, whereas most other jellyfish have them just on the tentacles. They're also very, very small, averaging about 1 cubic centimeter all around, and this is one compared to an Australian $2 coin. Now, this makes them even more dangerous because they are very small and very transparent, so you are very unlikely to see one in the water, and you also don't notice immediately when you get stung, and you may or may not even know that you've been stung until after, when these symptoms start happening. Now, as with all jellyfish, these stings are mechanically triggered by touching the jellyfish, which sends a signal to shoot these stinging cells out into whatever touched it. But the sting of the Irukandji jellyfish is so potent, it has an entire medical term named after them called the Irukandji syndrome. And that is what happens, the progression of symptoms after getting stung by this guy. So it starts out as very, very mild. You most likely will not notice you've been stung. It feels kind of like a just mosquito bite at the beginning. Very mild, not often noticed, especially if you do not see the jellyfish. However, quickly the symptoms start to get much worse and develop into things like very severe head and muscle pains, as well as kind of specifically back and abdominal muscle pains, as well as some gastrointestinal feelings such as nausea and vomiting. You also experience increased levels of anxiety, increased sweat production, as well as increased heart rate and blood pressure. Now, in most cases, a single sting from a single jellyfish are not fatal. It usually takes a couple stings from multiple jellyfish. However, if left untreated, or if severe enough, or if perhaps an allergic reaction, death usually does come in the form of cardiac arrest, and there has been quite a few deaths attributed to this guy's sting. There is currently no anti-venom available, largely because we don't really know the exact mechanism of action as to how the venom in these stings work. And most treatments involve some supportive therapy, kind of avoiding and treating heart attacks as much as possible, avoiding that cardiac arrest. First aid usually involves putting vinegar, not urine, just putting that out there, vinegar on the affected sites, which somewhat neutralizes the venom and kind of stops any undischarged nematocysts from discharging and releasing more venom into the affected area. And then just kind of managing the very, very severe pain that comes along with it, usually with the use of very, very heavy painkillers such as morphine and fentanyl, because it is so bad. Now, fortunately, this jellyfish is rather rare and stings aren't super common. However, if they do happen, they do require pretty much immediate medical treatment. There have been quite a few deaths over the years attributed to this jellyfish, and there may be more deaths that are unrecorded as due to this, being just put down to heart attacks spontaneously without the cause of this jellyfish. So while most likely not fatal, it is still very, very much not a good time.